Hello and welcome to video 2 of self-defense for men, women, children. A lot of this was put together for women's self-defense courses I used to teach, but there's also plenty in here for men and women, children, trust me. So today, what we're starting off with is tactical skills and everyday items to use as weapons. So, number one, I want you to know this. You have the right to be treated with respect. Be the boss of your own body. Go to school, go to work, do whatever you're doing without being harassed. To be safe and secure in your home. To use your voice, your body, and defend yourself. If you have to use your body, then you use it. If you need to yell, then you yell. So a lot of people have the false impression, and this is for women, it's a good thing for you, that women cannot fight, that they're not prepared to fight. Well, that is not true because I've trained many women, and many of them took black belt level and above that competed and also in reality have saved their own life in self-defense. So once you get your fighting skills ready, you'll be able to stun with some great hits, kicks, elbows, hands, everything. And I'm going to be teaching you all that in the next video. So anyway, like I've told you before, when you start to defend yourself, commit to it 100%. You know, you hit hard, you make it count, and you hit the right spots. So, to use your strength properly, I want you to learn these lessons. Write this stuff down, please. Is to use your larger, stronger body parts, like your feet, against your adversaries. Smaller, weaker areas, like kicking to the groin, except men are prepared for that most of their lives. They've been hit or kicked or accidentally hurt themselves. So it's a place that we definitely try to protect. So if you're going to go for the groin, then distract them with your hands up, distract them with yell and put your hands up so that they're looking here rather than down here, where you're going to strike full force right into the groin as hard as you possibly can. Another thing is, you're blocking. If somebody's throwing strikes at you, if people put their hands out fanning, that will break your fingers. You want to always keep your hands right together. If you're blocking like this, yes. Otherwise, you're blocking with your arm, forearm, so on. But keep them together, because you can do a block and a strike, and you'll be learning all that. Trust your instincts. If you feel uncomfortable or unsure or unsafe, do what you need to do to be safe. That's number one. So practice simple techniques over and over. Everything I teach you, I want you to practice it over and over and over until you got so much confidence in it. When you strike, you know it's going to hurt. You know you're hitting a zone that you're going to cause issues for your opponent. So some of your tools that we will cover today for striking, and later on we're going to go through all of it. But right now is I want you to think about your foot. As we just spoke about, the foot to the groin is great. Also your knee to the groin. And I'll show you these techniques. Use your foot to stomp right on the top of your assailant's foot. Boom, right on there with your heel. And you want to strike them right above, right on where the shoelaces tie, right in that part. You stomp on that, it crushes and breaks the bones in there, the tarsus bones. They break. If you ever dropped anything on your foot, the next thing you know, you're hopping up on one leg. That's automatic response. It's body autonomics. Body autonomics is what you're going to be learning with me as well. That's what gets people. You want them to move a certain way or do a certain thing. You will strike them in certain places, turning them or making them drop down or up backwards to deliver your second or third strike. So if you're looking at it like you stomp on the top of the foot. Let's say you stomp on the right leg. The right foot. What happens automatically, and you've done it to yourself, I know, drop something on your foot, you automatically lift that foot up. So now we know he's got one leg on the ground and one leg out, or she. Then you kick the other leg out from under him. But in the meantime, right now, as you're learning, you're going to go ahead and just stomp on something like that on a foot and run away, okay? Your elbows are great weapons. Elbows, you can use them forward, you can use them in close to the face, or if you're grabbed from behind, it's perfect for hitting the stomach, the chest, ribs. So those are great weapons that you have, and that's a hard part of your body. You can break boards with it, trust me, with a little practice. Also, when you're using the elbows, you're not at risk of breaking your fingers. You know, hands, palms, things like that, you'll learn. Now, your palm strike is one of the most powerful, quick strikes you could ever use. It doesn't hurt your fingers, and what you do for palm strikes, which we will be covering in the video of how to strike, you can go to the, nose right off the bat. If you hit somebody, don't kill. There's a kill zone, which is pushing the nose up in the air, or a straight strike to the nose. If you strike straight to the nose, you will break the nose, blood will come out, their eyes will water. Once their eyes water, you can get away or continue striking, whatever you feel you have to do. 3 rules of your opponent. And if you think of these 3 rules, you'll always strike the right zones. Number 1 rule, if the person can't see, they can't fight. If they can't breathe, they can't fight. If they can't walk, they can't fight. So what does that tell you? Eyes, take out the eyes, break the nose, all that takes care of them seeing. Strike to the throat with open strikes, or strikes I was teaching you, they can't breathe. You take out the foot or kick out the knee or the whole leg, which I'll teach you those too. Then they can't walk, they can't run. You got them. So always think, vital spots, eyes, nose, throat, knees, legs, feet. Those things will come in handy for you. Your head is a great weapon. And it's right in here. If you use right here, you can pull somebody's head into your forehead, break their nose, break their mouth, bust out their teeth, boom. I know this sounds mean, but hey, it's about protecting yourself and your family. Things like that I want you to think about. But now we're going to get into covering everyday items that are great that you have in your house, in every room of your house, in your car, outside, walking down the street. You'd be amazed how many things I look at and think, if I had to, I could use that right now as a weapon. So, in the home self-defense, weapons, great stuff. I'm going to give you simple items, and then I want you to think about this later. Is a coffee pot right into the face. If it's filled with hot coffee, even better. If it's just a coffee pot, great. Shards of glass into the face, cuts them, and it gives you time to run away. Same thing with your cup of coffee or coffee mug. Straight into the face or side to the face, side to the head. If it's got the coffee in it, even better. Like an ink pen. If you just have an ink pen every day, or something like this, there's a weapon. You grab it like a knife, and you stab to the eye, or the throat, the neck, whatever you have to do, just with a pen. So like if Bob behind me was an enemy, I would take this right to his eyeball. Now he's blind. I would go to the side of the neck. So you're here, you're here. You can come up from underneath into here. So that's one of the weapons. Your car keys, and you've probably been told this, you can put them in between your fingers and walk with them in your hand. Now you have like these 3 spikes or 2 spikes, whatever, maybe 1 if you only carry 1 key. That's right in between your finger and rest on your palm. That'll stab eyes, nose, mouth, face. Aluminum water bottles. You're hiking, a lot of people carry the aluminum water bottles on them. If they're filled, even better. If not, it's still a weapon. Yeah, and you can use it to hit, again, into the head and the face. Those are target areas. Your belt, like I'm wearing a belt. If I were to take this belt off right now, I could use the buckle side as my striker. I could spin it, hit him in the face. I could get behind him and choke him out with a belt. So a belt is a great weapon, man or woman. You have a belt. If you're wearing it, then you have a weapon right there. And it keeps distance. Like I've told you before, distance is a big thing. If you control the distance, you control the fight. It's another thing about control. I'll throw this in there. If you control the person's head, their body has to go wherever their head goes. If I grab it here, he's going to go here. If I grab it here, he's going to go here. So I go here, If I want to headbutt him, I'm going to pull him in. Break his nose right there. So remember, the head controls everything. That body has to go wherever that head goes. So these are important things for you to know. Man, woman, child. Just remember those things. A flashlight, your everyday flashlight. I just happen to have this one here. Is a weapon. If yours works, you can, if you're in a darker place and you're coming in and you surprise them, you blind them first, temporarily blind them. Then you come out here and with the back of it, you smash the nose, smash the eyes, smash the jaw. So a weapon again, easy to use. Pair of eyeglasses. You take off the eyeglasses, you can stab them right in the eye, right in the eyeball with these glasses. You may break your glasses, but it may save your life. Another thing to use is a book. Books have all these corners. Hard book, soft book, doesn't matter. These corners into the eye, into the throat. Now, a rolled up magazine, let's say this was a rolled up magazine, has all the possibilities of eyes, breaking the nose, into the throat, right here, side of the neck, so groin, right there. So if you use a rolled up magazine, you have a great weapon. One of the other things is your cell phone. Your cell phone has corners, rounded or not, or pointy, boom, to the eye, to the throat, to the nose. Those are just a few ideas for you to use. If you look around, the idea now is that what I want you to do is start looking around your house today or whenever you watch this video. Look around. What could you use in that room as a weapon in an emergency situation? You'll be surprised. Start getting used to that. Look for that when you go to a restaurant. Of course, you have silverware and such, but wherever you are, you're walking down the street, you'll find sticks, you'll find things that you'll be able to use. So I want you to be very conscious of that, looking for weapons. Backpacks, if they're filled with tools or little things, great, that's even better. But as far as a backpack goes, if it's just filled with everyday average backpacking stuff, you have a shield to stop them from kicking you, punching you, or hitting you, or a knife stab. Also, you can use your backpack as a weapon to hit back, throw it in their face to get them distracted, run away. A couple other things that I want you to do. If you watch the movie The Bourne Supremacy, even though it's a movie and it's Hollywood, but you will see what he does in the movie by using a rolled up magazine and how it can be done. So in reality, yes, it does work. So what I want you to know is that the next video that we're going to do is actually going to be working on the strikes. We're going to point out the strike zones as well as teaching you how to strike and explaining how the attacker's body will react to those strikes. This is what is called, as I said earlier, body autonomics. It actually has to happen. It works every time. This is how Navy SEALs train. This is how Secret Service train. There's strike zones that give you an idea of where to hit that is going to cause the most damage as fast as possible, and also cause that person to move in a certain way to follow up your routine. Certain techniques can cause the reaction that your enemy's body is exactly what you're looking for. An example, as I told you, stomping on the top of the foot. They raise that foot, you sweep the other leg out. If I come over to here, this is Bob again, and I poke Bob in this right eye, Bob's going to grab that eye and turn his head. Is because that's automatic. You pull away from the other side. If I strike him on this side, he's going to pull this way. So if he pulls to the left. So let's say I hit Bob in the eye, and he turns his head in here. He opens up his whole neck for me to do a forearm strike. So it's like here, here. This, as you will learn, is a knockout nerve, right on the side of your neck. From your ear down here, there's your nerve that will knock you out. So if I went poke and he moved his head, I could go right there. He's going down. As you can see, this is 250 pounds of water in here and the weapon. But you see his head, he's going over. That's a knockout strike. Talking about everyday weapons. Hold on one second. Let's say I find a piece of wood on the ground. These are actually screamer sticks, but if I found one stick, I got a weapon right to the neck, right to the eye, to the face. Back here, right here, here. Oh, but I got lucky and I found two sticks. Right to the face. Right sets, rib splits, rib splits. 2 at the same time. So you have weapons that you can go. That's Filipino sticks, eskrima sticks, used in martial arts. But one stick, a broken broom handle, becomes a weapon. So if you get them, you learn how to use them. You can do a lot of damage to somebody, well, quite a few people, very quickly. So anyway, that's today's lesson. Next week we'll be actually getting on here, showing you how to do proper palm strikes, knife hands, elbow strikes, eye pokes, there's several ways, and several throat strikes, breaking eardrums. There's a lot to learn. So appreciate you watching this video. Hope you liked it. If so, let me know. This is video 2 of the women self-defense, but it's for everybody. Next videos will be for everybody and anybody because it's all about hand techniques, foot techniques, knee techniques, elbow techniques, and strike zones. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.